I needed some energy. I have been going all day. And then I still had online meetings. And I was like, well, that's not going to work if I don't get some extra energy. So I actually did my up instead of my broth that night. And it did give me the extra energy. I was feeling normal. I was feeling like back to, what I should be. But I just, it kept going and it kept going. And I'm like, oh, I'm awake. So just be careful. I don't know how late that Aggie does hers, but I cannot do up after like 3 or 4 o'clock.
Normally 3 or 4. And the caffeine free will give you energy too. It's just in our brain we think we need more.
Right.
Caffeine free gives you energy also.
Yeah,
So
I took that caffeine free late on Tuesday night with my PM pills and I slept great. It was just Wednesday was it was a long day and I was just, on the edge, irritable and everything. But it also made me because I've, kind of frustrated things weren't going the way I wanted it to go. I was looking at that refrigerator again and I'm looking in those cabinets and I'm thinking about all the extra stuff I have. Thank God I was on the fast. I couldn't touch it then, but Thursday and it's like, well, it's free for all now. And won't that make me feel better? Won't I like it better to go and get that stuff out of the cabinet or have a few extra pork rinds or, eat all the things in the cabinet? And I wasn't hungry. I was just frustrated and I was just, I had enough. The other thing that can mess you up mindset wise is, didn't want to work out. I didn't want to do any of the things that I had to do work wise or otherwise. And it's like, I just want to I want to go get back in my bed and put the covers up and totally like sabotage myself, shoot myself in the foot. That's the thing where you have to one start remembering why we're doing what we're doing, whether it's 15 days, 6 months, a whole year. What was your why? I heard a lot of reasons why was more energy or to be better at work or to be around for your kids or grandkids. Mine was to be more efficient and healthier, more toned. And I was successful for the most part for all of these 15 days being on a consistent exercise routine. But, some days I just didn't want to do it. And I have to remember why I'm doing it and what I'm doing so I can still go and go for my goals. So I can still go get up and exercise or move some kind of way. I don't know if y'all saw the post late last night. I'm doing my exercise because I didn't get to do the run in the morning because it wasn't a day for that. But I got some exercise in anyway. Figuring out how to fit it in because it's my why. This is my why for doing this. Going back to that, instead of grabbing something out of the fridge, get some water. That water challenge is saving my life because I'm so full of water, I can't put anything else in there. But get some water, drink some water, wait 15 to 30 minutes, come back to it. Am I still hungry? Why am I eating? When was the last time you ate? Did you eat 30 minutes ago? You're not hungry. This is emotional eating or stress eating because, something went down at work or the boss said something. And so you're grabbing for something to soothe yourself, like a pacifier for a grown up. So don't put that in. Let's go do something. What are the just things you can do to distract yourself from going for the refrigerator or going for the pantry? What are the things you could do to get to burn off that anxious energy, frustration, that stress, that anger? Because if somebody ticked you off, what can you do instead of eating it away? What are your distracting activities? You're going to go put on, I don't know, cat memes? Are you going to watch cat videos? Are you going to go put on praise music and sing and dance? And are you going to get outside and feel the sun and look at the sky? What are you going to do to try to manage the feeling instead of eating the feeling? Does that make sense? So trying to do some of those things, identify what the feeling is so that you can figure out what to do to induce the opposite feeling. Um, Tell yourself that why am I doing this and stick to your why. Really feel how you feel when you reach that why, when you reach that goal of getting your blood pressure down Mamie's not on here, but she had a great report from her doctor today. And that's why she was doing this 2 weeks, to try to get her health back in check. Other people were doing it so they don't have to stay on medicine for their blood sugar, for diabetes. They don't want to be that person. So working towards getting a few extra pounds off so you're not reliant on that medicine. I'm not saying that we can tell you you're going to absolutely get off of the medicine, but I can tell you that we have a lot of people in Simple Proven Results who have decreased their blood sugar medicine, who have gotten off of their blood sugar medicine, who have decreased or gotten off of their cholesterol medicine, and been able to manage with diet and exercise to have a better health profile. That's what I can tell you. You can listen to the doctors and talk about how the hormones get better, how insulin regulation gets better, how we are more efficient in our use of the things that we put in our body when we use all of these things in conjunction with moving better. So think about your why. Think about how you're going to feel when you get that why. I mean, one of my fun things this week, because I wasn't going to the Goodwill boutique to go look for clothes, I was going to look for furniture, and I got a cute little skirt I never thought I was going to be able to get into, and it was just wonderful, and it's cheap. But it looks like $1,000,000. But I mean, that's one of those victories that you can celebrate. Do you have some small victories to celebrate along your way to your big why? Do you have a lot of little whys along the way that you can say, oh, I did that. Oh man. So I just did that yesterday. I'm not going to screw it up by going in the pantry today, right? I'm not going to screw it up by falling off of my exercise routine. Even if it's just to walk a couple of miles a day, doesn't have to be, super athletic, but whatever your goals are that you're going to stick to. Remember your why, celebrate your small why victories along the way. Use something to distract yourself from the feeling of the moment, the intensity of the moment, so that you can actually get yourself re-regulated, get your mood back, and not eat your emotions. Recognize that it's going to be a temporary comfort if you give in to that food choice. If you go grab, I don't know, your daughter's Twinkies or your son's Dorito chips, realize that's going to be temporary, but the effects of it are probably going to last longer. And even with our special little packets, sometimes that throws you off. Sometimes that means you have to recalculate, recalibrate, and work a little bit harder to get where you want to be. So don't take the temporary solution when you can talk yourself through that and talk yourself out of that. Change your focus. Like I said, try to change your focus to something else. What's going right? Or, what makes you feel better without causing extra problems. And just learn how to relax and chill out yourself. I do a lot of listening to my meditation music on Spotify, or I'll turn on a motivational thing on YouTube. You got Tony Robbins, you got is it Les Brown? Les Brown. I sometimes like Ed Millett. He has some good speakers on there. Motivation or Motivate University. That's another one of my favorite ones. Get you pumped up, get you back in the game. Refocus, recalibrate your mindset. Yeah. So do something like that. Or I think one day I was on a praise thing. So I went for all the happy praise songs that would make me dance and shout and jump around and change things. Or like Joseph McClendon, you guys scratch the record a little bit. And what he means is just like when you scratch a record, and I know you guys know how that happens, you like, you can't play that record anymore. So you have to do something with your body, with movement, saying stuff out loud to scratch the record and stop yourself from giving in to eating your feelings. So I'm going to do something like, nope, not happening today. Dance and do the funky chicken something and get out of it and move on. And then he likes to say, it's like, nope. And then you shake your butt and you say, yes. But you're going to say yes to the better, more positive thing instead of yes to this temporary fix to I'm stressed out, I'm ticked off, I'm feeling frustrated, whatever that negative feeling is that you've identified. So does that make sense?
Yes. Uh-huh.
All right.
Definitely.
It-
Great tips, Carmen.
yeah. So I just wanted to leave that with you guys, especially after this week. I think it had something to do with the new moon too, but it might just be me.
Great. What I was thinking is